We are live, and it's just the graphic right now.
Yes.
We are in Periscope right now. We are in pre-pod right now. The Stephen Brody Stevens pre-pod is happening right now. Positive Push with SBS on ATC from Burbank, California. Prince of Podcasting. We have one live viewer as we speak. I'm going to share the tweet, and we're going to let people join up. And one person watching, one person retweets. That's what I'm talking about. Let me just send this to my, copy the link, boom. And let's go to the Facebook. All right, it's all good. I'll keep it tight today. Let me check my auxiliary cord. Let's see this. Put on a little stand up.
Something. I mean, were people thinking that the stroke was a bit? It was real. He was in the hospital for 3 days. And I called. I texted him. No, he made it out. That's good. I was born in a hospital. My mother loved the arts and crafts. After giving birth to me, she had her tubes tied into a balloon animal. So just basic bits. You're going to see a great comedian tonight, a guy, we went out to eat, he gets mobbed. That's what you're going to see tonight. Not one of these unknown, up-and-coming comedians. You're going to see a guy that you can relate to. Sick of these kids. They're on the internet. We are out in society. What do you think about that? Let me do crowd work. This guy looks like he's in a biker gang. Were you in the Hells Angels at the Rolling Stones concert in '69? I do crowd work. It's not a YouTube video. You can't. Give it up for the wait staff. These guys are working very hard. We got undocumented food runners in the back. I'm doing all right. It's a big. I'm not used to the big crowds. I gotta settle in. I'm very intense. Very.
So that's a little that's a pre-podcast stand-up bit. We are in pre-podcast, just warming up here a little bit. It's just a slight warm-up. Let's see what we have for our sound effects today. We're going to have sound effect theater. We'll keep it tight, of course. All of our podcasts are tight. And we'll take some calls. And we'll reach out to Howard Kramer probably, maybe Eric, my mother, Sandy Danto. Let me see some of these. Stay with me. Here we go. Stay with me. Hello? Hello? Jeez, look out. Brody, don't even joke about that stuff. You're right, I shouldn't. I got confused. All right, so I think I'm going to start this thing. We can go ahead and we'll bring up the graphic. We'll bring it, right? Do we bring up the graphic on the Periscope?
We'll bring it down.
Yeah, bring it down. We are in pre-podcast. We are on Periscope right now, pre-podcasting. Do we keep the monitor on behind me? How do you want to do that? What's that?
You can't see it anyway.
Okay. What about when it goes on that two shot? If you're doing the that one.
You can see it. It just looks black.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, there we are. There. Let me see. Do I look dark? God, my nose looks big. My nose looks really big from this angle. That's an angle I don't want to have. I'd rather not have that angle. Let me move here and see what I'm like. Gosh. I need to look straight on. Let me see. And then we'll start this thing. So now I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the rerun. And I am not happy. I am not happy with it. There you go. That's a better look. Even though I look a little tired. Okay. So there's that. Wait. No, it says it's no longer available. Stay with me. Are we on still?
Yeah.
How come it says broadcast no longer available?
I don't know. It says we're streaming.
Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, I'll start it.
It's showing up on my computer. It says there's 48 people watching.
See, I click on, if you go into the tweet, I look at the tweet, it says positive push with SBS, and you click on it. You see it's gone.
It's showing up on my computer.
Let's see.
No, it's there.
Let's see. So, all right. So there's that. Wait, now you open it. See, I click on it on my iPad at least, and it goes.
Computer, it's showing up fine. It says there's 53 people watching.
Okay, let me see here. Let's see. See, I click on it on my iPad. So I can see it on my, I guess it's just my iPad. I don't know what the deal is. All right. And can I see that other shot just one time? And that would be great. That would be great. And can I see that other shot just one time? And that would be great. That would be great. I think that's a funny shot. Move that. The water can be. I think that's a funny shot. Move that. Water can be. Okay. I think I'm ready to start.
Okay.
Let's look at that other. We'll go to that other angle for the first few minutes. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, see that shot. I think I'm ready to start. Let's look at that other. Let's look at the other angle. For the first few minutes. Okay.
I switched it. It takes about 8 seconds.
Okay. Let's look at the other angle. Okay. Damn it! It doesn't come through on my iPad.
I would maybe just like chalk that up to like a fluke of your iPad for today. I don't know. It's working fine and it's showing up everywhere else.
Right. I just want to do it so I can make comments or read the comments.
Showing up on your phone?
They are. I guess I can use the light on it too. I can hear like an echo in the background. Right. I just want to do. Oh, it's probably on my phone. Okay. Who said this guy's not funny? I'm already getting. Who said that? I want to know who said that. Such negativity in this world. I know this guy. He's not funny. Me? What did I do wrong? All right, I'm getting attacked. The cricket. I'm going to get this guy out of here. I'm looking for him right now. I want this guy out of here. Whatever. All right, that's the camera right there. Let me see my lighting. Is it come up on the monitor? Can I see it on the monitor?
Oh no, we stopped using that because it looks weird when people stare at it while they're on camera. So we shut it off so that you're not like looking in a weird place. So you only look at the camera. I can turn it on if you want.
Yeah. I like it on, just so I can.
Yeah, it just looks weird when you stare over here instead of at the camera. That's all.
It can. It does. But when we go on this other shot, see, I don't mind that. Oh, I don't mind that. All right, here we go. I'm going to start this thing. Okay, we are going to start the podcast. I can't see frickin'. Stay with me. I'm not a bad guy. Ah. Oops. All right. Are we ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Excuse me. Okay. Here we go. All right, so we are recording. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes, you got it. Hello, everybody. It's me, Stephen Brody Stevens, reporting live from Burbank, California for this week's episode of Positive Push. Yes, I am excited to greet you today here on a live podcast, which is streaming across the internet right now. I'm doing what I can. I'm holding the light. We are working on new situations here. And keep in mind, I'm looking at a camera. Is this a newscast? Are there people behind the camera? Is my attention focused? Do I have a spot tonight at the Comedy Store? Yes, I do. Do I have a spot tonight at the Laugh Factory? Yes, I do. Did some guy say, oh, I know this guy, he's not funny? Yes, I do. I'm not saying I'm funny, okay? I didn't pursue comedy. Laughter chose me. I have done 3,000 television audience warm-ups. They do give me spots. If you don't know me right out of the gate and you have an attitude, there's a good chance you won't get me. And then you go on Twitter because you have an attitude and you're a troll and you tell me about it. People who don't get me generally don't get on Twitter and tell me about it because they don't exist. It's just, I don't understand. They're treating stand-up comedians like wrestlers now. Are we going to have stand-up comedian trading cards? Do we have to be stand-up comedians behind the scene? Leave me alone. I like doing stand-up. I like being around baseball. I don't have my issues. Here at All Things Comedy. I always get pulled into somebody else's stuff is what happens. You know, when I do my own thing, it's a win-win. But when I have other people involved, whether it's warm-up or it's late nights, the bottom line is I want to put this light down is what I want to do because now it's starting to get to me. The lighting's getting to me right now. Now, what we're going to do is take that. Stay with me. So, yes, I have a penetrating stare. I feel that I could be doing a couple podcasts a week. I could be having guests. I should be locking in and interviewing people. It's part of being social. I've not been social. I need to be around female energy. I worked at Chelsea lately. After the show, I'd go hang out and talk to the girls in the office, or guys too. And I can get some of that at the Comedy Store. I guess I need to force myself to be social because I'm starting to, you hear about this guy in Toronto. He's in the van and he's saying, I don't like women. And he's quoting this guy from Santa Barbara. So it's putting in my head, I'm a single guy. I don't have a father around. I mean, I listen to certain guys speak, but I feel like I'm wounded. It's like they don't want to accept a mutt. Who knows? But the bottom line is I'm a good guy and I'm not perfect, but I'm not violent. Yes, I vandalized a dollhouse, but I'm not on the street punching people. Am I doing that? But if you're going to poke your finger in my chest, by the way, I had a Red Bull. I'm here speaking. I'm worked up. I'm on several different platforms. Number 1, I'm on podcast. Number 2, I'm on Periscope. Number 3, I'm on Twitter timeline. Number 4, I'm holding an iPhone. Number 5, 4.5, the iPhone has a light. Number 6, there's another camera angle. Number 7, I'm by myself. Number 8, I have a producer in the room who's doing stuff on her computer. So that's where we're at. You're going to judge me for that? I have a spot tonight at the Comedy Store. I have a spot tonight at the Laugh Factory. I'm telling you, all I need is shelter, an EBT card, and a Lyft account. I can do it. You say, Brody, what makes you depressed? I mean, physically, I can make myself be in better shape. So if you're depressed that you're overweight, you can do something about it. If you're depressed about not feeling healthy, you feel like, oh, my health is bringing me down, you can do something about it. If you're depressed because you have bad posture, sit up. If you're depressed because you got a long face, smile. Force yourself to smile. It takes more muscles to not smile than it does to smile. Smile. Take a tennis ball and a racket and hit it against the wall. Get your excess energy out. Walking. Somebody tweeted, and I'm gonna give them credit, but I'm also going to use this in future discussions. Walking is a tranquilizer. Just get out of your house and go for a walk. And you could say, well, it rains where I'm at. I don't live in a place where I can walk. And you know what? I have no answers for you. I can only tell you that where I'm at, I'm able to get out and walk. I'm also doing stand-up comedy tonight in Hollywood. See, I was born in this area. I live in this area. I work in this area, specifically in show business, maybe hanging by a thread. So if anybody, I can't not look the other way. I just can't. I have to report to you the facts. Like I said, it's like that kid, Hog, poking his finger in my chest. Stop poking your finger in my chest. It makes me research. Stop. I don't understand. Like, people are making me, this whole pedophilia stuff, it was going along fine until you started attacking the president. If you didn't attack the president, maybe all this stuff could have continued. But you did. Now people are going, F that. And I'm on. Wait, Brody, you're saying that the pedophilia rings that are being busted are only being busted because they are picking on the president? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm getting at is things I do, I don't think people realize that, like when David Hogg, the kid who was talking, the Parkland kid who was talking about the NRA, negative, people started signing up for the NRA. Then if you criticized David Hogg, you got into trouble. So now that's a two-pronged mistake because David Hogg had those people sign up for the NRA. I don't know if that was his goal. That's what happened. Then you have stay with me. Oh, you couldn't criticize the kid. So Dr. Laura Ingraham, is that her name, Dr. Laura or Laura Ingraham? She lost advertising. And then Owen Benjamin made fun of him. He got taken off. So then it turned into F you YouTube, F you Twitter, F you Facebook for censoring. So it just led to stuff. And then they saw Zuckerberg, and maybe he's not going to get into trouble. I don't know. It didn't look good. But here's the other thing. These kids have a short memory. Nobody cares. It just keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going until they get run over by a van. Whoa, did you say that? Now, this kid, this is what freaks me out. He is one of these guys who go, I'm involuntary celibate, meaning I want to be with these girls. They don't want to be with me. I'm attracted to these girls. They're not attracted to me. Why are they not attracted to me? Well, maybe I have a tilted pelvis. Maybe I have bad skin. Maybe my beard is weird. Maybe my nose is long. Maybe my nostrils extend. Maybe I have gangly extremities. I don't know. Maybe because I drove a Pinto. Maybe because I'm sensitive. I don't know. I'm a Gemini. Maybe because I wasn't bar mitzvahed. You ever think about that? Maybe because I didn't go to private school. So I vandalized a dollhouse. If I can be completely 100% honest with you moving forward on Positive Push with Stephen Brody Stevens on All Things Comedy here in Burbank is I did vandalize a dollhouse. And I can't tell you how many times I've thought about it. Lying in my bed late at night thinking, what triggered that? Because you're vandalizing a dollhouse. It's a dollhouse. There's a girl. Did the girl not want to be with you, so you vandalized her dollhouse? Is that what happened? Was it some girl up the road, Brody, that you had a crush on and she said no to you? I don't know. Who saw the opening of Halloween? That could have been me. Then they catch this killer, the East Side rapist, the Golden State Killer, a.k.a. Steph Curry. They find this killer who's living in Citrus Heights outside Sacramento. He did his killings in the 70s and the 80s. Where did I go to preschool? In the 70s, 1973 and 4 to be exact. Citrus Heights Preschool. I was basically living amongst the Golden State Killer. I'm vandalizing dollhouses. Was there some evil spirit happening in Citrus Heights? Is the Citrus Heights preschool built on an old Native American burial ground? I don't know. I do want to know what was happening in 1973, 74. And here's the other thing. Those years, what was it? 74, 73, 72, 73, 74, the Oakland A's, they won the World Series. Where was I living? In Sacramento, 60 miles from the Oakland A's. My city's win. I lived in Seattle. I worked for the Supersonics. They made it to the finals. I lived in New York. Brazello was working for the Yankees. They won the World Series 2 or 3 times when I was there. I come back to L.A. Lakers win. Kings win. Oh, the Angels win. Then you had the 80s. You had the Showtime Lakers. You had the Dodgers. You had Kirk Gibson. Now the other day, you had a no-hitter by the Oakland A's, who I know the announcer, Dallas Braden. You don't think the energy's there? I'm around winning. I'm here at All Things Comedy. Tonight, I'm at the Comedy Store. Tonight, I'm at the Laugh Factory. Oh, but this guy's not funny. Oh, but this guy's doesn't get any more traction on Twitter. Nothing. I'm stuck at 96.9 followers. Early on, I was telling you about these kiddie porn rings. That's something we can all get behind because I understand what that means. I understand what it's like to have your childhood not turn out good. Now, what is that? Brody, seems like you're deflecting. What's going on here? You're talking about vandalizing dollhouses. Now you go to pedophile rings. Are you incriminating yourself? No, I'm not. I'm saying I want to know where this Zodiac guy was. I don't think it was a Zodiac killer. I think it was. And by the way, I had a Red Bull, so I'm focused right now. I'm not in interview. I'm actually probably not in podcast mode. If you want to be real about it, this is not this is being saved for a podcast. I'm thinking podcast, but I'm presenting live. Presenting to you live, that's how important this is. Every day I have news breaking. So this guy up in Toronto, it's not terrorist, not your traditional terrorism. He's representing a new group of involuntary celibacy. That could be me. You know, look at Hollywood. We create the culture. This is when you come to LA, this is a magnifying glass or we're holding up a mirror to the rest. Hollywood is a reflection of society, or society a reflection of Hollywood? I'm going to say society is a reflection of Hollywood these days. That's not good. What am I talking about? Talking about Toronto. So this guy says, I can't get chicks. I can't get chicks. They don't like me. Let me get in the van and run people over. And then he's got this whole group of guys who are saying, good job. All right. So my advice is get a massage. Get a dog. Go to Starbucks and do upskirt videos. Whatever. Go on a walk. Take apple cider vinegar. Do kettlebells. Stretch. Start a podcast. Take a comedy workshop. Whoa, Brody, you're telling me that you're this close to getting in a van, and I don't want to joke about, people died. You're telling me that you were that close? Yeah, maybe that guy from Toronto, if he moved to LA, he could have hiked Runyon Canyon. He could have, hung out with Dice Guy at Starbucks. The thing is, Toronto's a great town. People are nice up there. There is a Jewish community. This guy, first of all, didn't the van... You have to research. You have to research stuff because the news is going to bounce around and something else is going to pop up. I'm trying to protect you. I've been to Toronto. Who's to say that could have been baseball players walking on the street or comedians? Again, you want to ignore it. I'm talking Hollywood. People with millions of followers, people with millions of influence. That could have been you walking in Toronto at the Just for Laughs Festival. It was Eagles of Death Metal. That happened to him. And he said his thing and he got beat down. He said he's a gun guy and Parkland is doing that. Okay, I don't want to get all into that. What I'm saying is you can ignore the news because you got to go to soccer practice. You got to go see that next great movie. You got to go see the play. You got to go do PTA. They got you doing stuff. What I'm getting at is we need positive energy. I don't like where it's going. I don't like where it's going. Who's to say that's not... This guy wasn't getting chicks. So what frightens me is, why am I feeling weird? Because the Citrus Heights guy, who knows? Maybe I was channeling that energy and I vandalized a dollhouse and he took it to another level. I don't know. Then you got this guy in Toronto. It's like, that sounds like me, except I'm not going to get into a van. I'm going to hop on a Vespa. I'll do less damage. That's what I'm... Here's the deal. But tonight, I'm at the Laugh Factory. Tonight, I'm at the Comedy Store. Friday, I'm back at the Laugh Factory. Last week, I did the San Jose Improv. So I'm already doing those gigs. Oh, this guy's not funny. I'm doing those gigs. And I'm getting laughs. So trust my instincts is what I'm saying. I'm getting on stage. I'm doing okay. But yet I come on the podcast and I'm a weirdo. I'm a wacko. I don't think anybody's saying that. So you got this guy in Toronto. There's a lot of... So I do see some guys. Now, who are those guys? I don't want to go any deeper. I don't want to go any deeper. It could be that kind of culture, that kind of thing. I don't want to go into deep. I'm not analyzing it. All I'm saying is it happened. And if you, the guy even looked like me. Do you understand? So it got into my head. See, that's the thing. I wasn't bar mitzvahed. I didn't go to private school. I went to public school. So now the public school kids are going, why are you here? You should be in Hebrew school. Oh, the Hebrew school goes, why are you here? You should be in private school. Then you go to the private school. Why are you here? You should be in the public. It's just driving me nuts. My dad's divorced. My parents are divorced. I'm living out in Simi Valley. I mean, what is happening? But I'll tell you something. I'm not that guy who's going to go to another level. Just let me do comedy. I have a PayPal account. I have an Amazon wish list, and you'll be fine. So, Brody, you're essentially holding us hostage, and that's ransom. I've never heard of a guy saying, provide money into my Venmo account for ransom. That's where we're at in 2018. I'm holding you with digital currency. Hostage. I told Hollywood, give me a job. I know everybody, but they're so in their Hollywood world, their bubble, you have to actually tap them. Tap, 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 tap. Remember me? We started together. I pushed you. Remember that? Okay. Well, help me. But they don't because they're in the bubble. Remember those conversations we had. Remember those trips we had. Remember what I put you on. I was on the ground floor. Several ground floors. Forget what I was saying. But what I'm getting at is they're in the bubble. So, born in Hollywood, raised in Hollywood, working in Hollywood, living in Hollywood, Hollywood has a voice. And I'm getting worked up and I feel good. And I want to say, welcome to Push and Believe welcome to, what's the name of the show? Positive Push. Welcome to Positive Push with Stephen Brody Stevens on All Things Comedy here from Burbank, California. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, that was a good first hour of quarter. I think I was probably 18 minutes. Did you keep track of time by chance, Emma?
I did. That was about 22 minutes.
22 minutes. Oh my gosh. When's my birthday? May 22nd. That is a connection. Double Gemini. Deuce, 2-2 twins. Who's pitching today for the Dodgers? Clayton Kershaw. 22. 11's a power number. So is 2, I think. It's a lot of things happening right now. A lot of things are happening, and that's what we got going on here. So right now, we are going to move in to maybe a little sound effect theater. Welcome to Sound Effects Theater with your host, Stephen Brody. Hold on. Can I save these? Make it a favorite? All right, let's try that. Stay with me. I'm not a bad guy. You know, I did my show up in San Jose, and stay with me. I'm not a bad guy. I kept saying that, sprinkled it throughout the set, and it caught on, just like it catches on the Periscope. See how I am when I'm calm and I'm relaxed? You get a good Brody. When I'm on stage, I'm nervous. I get overheated, especially if I'm exercising during the day, or I didn't eat, or if I had too much Red Bull, or if the crowd, whatever. It's usually not the crowd's fault. So I have those things happening, and they're not there to see me. You know, that's the thing. My comedy keeps getting stronger, but I'm almost passing up the audience. So, but you would think that hopefully the tighter my act gets, I'll attract more people. I think that's just going to I'm not going to overthink it. The tighter my act gets, more chances are the better it gets. And the better it gets, you'll get more opportunities for people to see you. Okay, stay with me. I'm looking for, let's just get this thing going. Let's see what we got. Wait, hold on.
You have the right to remain silent.
Don't talk to me that way, Progressor Griff.
You have the right to remain silent.
All right. These seem like some new ones. Let's see what this is.
Monster Truck.
All right.
This summer.
Okay. Full version with no ads. I'm looking for the applause, and then we will begin Sound Effect Theater with Stephen Brody Stevens on all things comedy. Who just threw water on me?
Loser.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the motel. Can I get some help here? Are there any vacancies? I'll be right back. I'm cleaning up a room. Okay. Hold on. You're listening to a podcast with Stephen Brody Stevens here from Burbank.
Whatever.
With Burbank, California. And I'm looking for applause so we can get this thing started, but it's not happening right now. Here is an elephant. Here's a baby crying. Here's a crickety door. Here's a monkey. No, here's a phone. Hello? I'll be right there. Will somebody get it? Will somebody pick up the phone, please? Oh my God, I'm in the bathroom. Steven, get the phone. I'm expecting a call. Mom, I'm watching. What's happening? I don't care. Pick up the phone. Mom, it's a good episode. Steven, pick up the phone or you're in trouble. Hello? Hello? Guess what, Mom? I hung up on them. They're calling back. This is scary. This is like the worst horror movie ever. Oh, my God. Mom, I'm afraid to pick it up. Steven, pick up the phone now. I'm expecting a call. Mom, I'm telling you, this is coming from within the house. I saw it on a special episode of What's Happening. Steven, did you vandalize the dollhouse in Sacramento? Yes, I did. Then pick up the phone. Hello? Hi, my name's Steven. Hello? 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 Mom, they hung up on me. And that was chapter 1 of Sound Effect Theater with Stephen Brody Stevens. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's the ghost of that last bit. I thought it was a good bit. The phone call bit? Come on. All right, where is the applause, man? Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Here's a fart. I had Chipotle today, and it was... Sorry about that. You know, I was feeling pretty good this afternoon, and I said, let's push it. Let's have some fun. Let's go to Baskin-Robbins and get some chocolate mint ice cream. Never mind. I was feeling so good after exercising, and then I went to the Wiener Schnitzel, and I said, you know what, Stephen? You deserve ice cream. Go ahead and get yourself a chocolate sundae. Okay, I will. Never mind. Guaranteed laughs. Guaranteed laughs. Look out! Oh my gosh, I'm in a cartoon. Yosemite Sam. Hi, I'm Stephen Brody Stevens. He missed. That was a NC-17 version chapter. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hello? Is that Brenton? Wait, who is that? Eddie Pepitone here for his next podcast? Stop knocking on the door, man. Hey, jerk, stop knocking on the door. I'm trying to do... All right, if this guy doesn't stop, I'm going to call Bill Burr right now. And if he doesn't stop knocking on this freaking door, I'm going to call Bill Burr. Bill, it's Brody. Help me. Help me. Bill. Bill? Bill, it's Brody. Bill, it's Brody. And that's the end of that bit. Damn. I don't like that one. Okay. Looks like I'm getting laughs in the Periscope. Hold on. Stay with me. I'm not a bad guy. I told you. Hold on. Stay with me. I'm not a bad guy. Yes. Hey, everybody. I'm Stephen Brody Stevens. I would like to say hello and welcome to the show. I have jokes. They are written down. I am such not a draw. Artists refuse to sketch me in Times Square. Hi, everybody. I'm Stephen Brody Stevens. Hungarian translation, lives with mother. Hey, everybody. I met my sister on J-Date. Hey, everybody. I'm Stephen Brody Stevens. My father was a good guy, never laid a hand on my mother. He would just love to hold her so I could tackle her. Hi, everybody. I'm Stephen Brody Stevens. Very hairy as a child. My knuckles were hairy. Wonder Twin powers activate. Shape of Velcro. Shape of Velcro. Hold on. Hi, everybody. I'm Stephen Brody Stevens. Very hairy as a child growing up. Wonder Twin powers activate. Shape of Velcro. Form of hair. Hello? 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 Duck. Missed me. I did go to Chipotle. Oh, gosh. You know what? My favorite place is Sharky's. Oh, guaranteed laughs. I could do sound effect theater all day, all night, all day, all night. Sound effect theater. Hold me tight. I was possessed there for a moment. Here's the Raven. Not into that. Thunderstorm. Oh my God, the Great Awakening is happening. We, the people, know to save the kids. The storm is coming. We are doing it. We're jumping out of airplanes to save the kids from these sickos. The storm is coming. The storm is coming. The storm is coming. The storm is coming. I'm out of here. I'm out. The storm's coming. Everyone stay calm. Stay calm. Stop honking at me. I can't move. The car is not able to move. Jerk. You a-hole. You a-hole. Stop it. Hello? Hello? Oh, what time is it? Oh, what time is it? I got to jump in the shower. Hold on. Quick shower. Get dressed. Look in the mirror. Comb eyebrows. Make sure I have my wallet, keys, phone, clicker. Lock the door. Open the door. Forgot something. Open. Lock. Car. Yes! Here comes the storm. Back up again. Oh my God, this has been a very scary Sounds with Steve. Is Sounds with Steve good? Hello? Who was here before? All right, couple more. I think right now I've done 36 minutes. Emma, do you have a time?
Yeah, you're pretty right. Right around 36 minutes.
36 minutes. All right. Well, right now what we're going to do is we are going to reach out and we are going to, I think I'm going to call Eric. I need to ask him a question. He usually picks up. Let's see. Oh, welcome at fricking hate _ It's always good to have him in. Always good to have racism in the chat room. That's a good feeling. We're calling. Let's see. Eric will normally pick up. He will normally pick up. He's not even ready.
Stephen Brody Stevens.
Yes, Eric Aligny, you got it. He is ready. Did you think I was going to call? Was your body adjusted to it?
Yeah, I stayed ready. I stayed in the ready.
Now, where are you now? Did I just wake you up from a nap?
No, I'm actually writing for the thing. We have our first writing meeting tonight at the store, so I'm getting some stuff ready.
You're right. What do you guys? So there's a secret project being done at the Comedy Store.
No, we're doing that thing I was telling you about with Argus.
So it's not secret.
Not secret, no.
What are you doing? Would you like to tell us what you're working on?
It's like a Johnny Carson type show. It's late night at the Comedy Store starring Argus Hamilton. We're going to do a live shoot. Trying to get a couch and a desk together right now, trying to get all that stuff figured out. We want to make it look as much as like a 70s late night TV show.
Yeah. So you're going to have it be an homage to the Tonight Show, and who better to have than Argus, who's been on the Tonight Show, 75 times or whatever. How many times was he on the Tonight Show? Do you have that number?
I do not have the number, but it was he was on there more than any other comedian.
I mean, wouldn't you? I have some buzzing in my ear, Emma, but I'm going to keep going. Could it be it could be the auxiliary cable?
It's probably just the headphones that you didn't spend a lot of money today.
Frickin' headphones are buzzing. It's like a cat purring. Can you hear me, Eric?
Yeah.
All right, it seemed to go away. So Argus Hamilton, he has been on the Tonight Show more than any other comedian. He's I don't know, he's probably in his 60s, and you are doing a show where he is going to be a Johnny Carson type character. Is there going to be a monologue with guests, and there's going to be a skit? Is there going to be a live audience? Is it going to be something that's done up in the belly room? Tell us a little bit more about it. Eric Aligny.
Yeah, we're gonna have a monologue. We're gonna do just like the Tonight Show. Try to have him do a monologue. We're even gonna add a few things like maybe he had Ed McMahon on the side. We're thinking the co-host to be with him at all times.
Who's up in the run? Anybody in the running for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be one of them. Erica Rhodes will be the other one.
Wait. Hold on. You're on the show now.
Yeah.
So, how did that come about? Was there a vote? Was there, this is my idea?
No, actually, Erica Rhodes was originally our pick for co-host, and she couldn't do all the episodes, and Mike Schmidt threw my name into the ring, and Argus really liked that idea.
So Mike Schmidt, the baseball player for the Phillies, he said, Mike Schmidt, who works at the Comedy Store, he recommended.
Yeah, really.
He said, "Why don't you try out Eric?"
Yeah.
Are you smoking?
Really
can I ask a question? Are you smoking a cigarette right now, or smoking pot?
Smoking pot.
At least you're honest. And are you going to be okay? So now you're smoking pot. Does it help you with the joke writing process?
Just calms my brain down a little bit while I'm writing.
Calms your brain down. What don't you want to have an active brain when you're writing?
I'm very fast, so it slows me down at the right pace. Gets me
very
where
fast
I want to be when I'm writing.
You mean you have attention deficit?
Yeah, you could say that. My brain goes really fast, and good indica slows it down.
I'm just busting your chops because a lot of writers do smoke pot. Now, is there a budget on this? Is this a pro bono? Is this going to hopefully air on the Comedy Central channel? Do you see it possibly being sold to All Things Comedy or something like that? Or is it just a project? Is this a passion project? Are you the executive producer? Is there a budget? Is there catering? And where does the crew park? Go ahead. Answer these questions.
Okay, so we don't have I don't know the budget yet. Tonight's our first writer meeting, and we're going to go through a lot of that stuff tonight.
Where's the writer meeting happening? Taco Bell?
It's going to be at the Comedy Store.
What time? What time?
8 o'clock.
Okay. Are you bumping anybody from the show?
No.
So
we're just working on like what we want to, our vision for the project and how we want to go about it.
Like the
and
vision board
to make it happen. Yeah.
So okay.
Definitely.
So this meeting, let me ask a question. Give us like some details. What may happen? What do you see? Is it a sit around? Who leads it? Are you writing just for the first show? Are you writing for 6 shows? Are these 15-minute episodes? Are they 30-minute episodes? Please tell me more.
We'll be writing the first 5 episodes within 3 writer meetings. The monologues will be written the day of the episodes. So we won't do monologues till the day of, which is like May 15th or May 14th. And we'll be writing like ideas for what we think, like what you were saying with skits and stuff. Argus said we should work on that later. But we have Brett Erickson's going to be our head writer. So he's going to take the reins tonight and kind of like tell us what he's...
Eric, as much as I want to like pick on this project, find something funny, in this phone call to make fun of it, something funny to make fun of. But there's really nothing to make fun of. What I'm getting at is I say congratulations. You never know. I think you are pretty good at these kind of projects. I can see you, you work over with the game show with Byron Allen. You do a good job over there. You also have offered to get a truck. A guy who has a methadone problem, but he also has a truck, and you've been able to talk to him. You've spoken his language. So you're good at getting things done. I think this is a good project for you. I think I've always said that you have good tweets, right, Eric?
Yeah. I'm excited about it. I think it'll be really fun if, I'm taking it for what it is, and I'm just trying to do the best job I can for Argus.
Now, who else was up? Mike Schmidt recommended you. Who are some of the other in the pool of talent? Who were you up against? Sebastian, Dalia? Were you up?
I think those guys have surpassed their co-host. No, I was just brought up right away to Argus, and he liked that. And what I thought about too is, since we have the 5 writers with us, is why can't they be also co-hosts?
Right.
Why can't we just have rotating co-hosts? So I was thinking like Brett Erickson, who's really funny. He could be a co-host.
Okay.
Pete Carnaccione, he's really fast on his feet.
Okay. Who else?
Omid Singh.
Okay.
Dan Madonia.
Yep. Who else?
And we got a new guy he's probably the youngest comic we hired, but his name's Josh Gibson. We like the way he writes, and he's going to be good for the show too.
This sounds like some kind of cult. Are you involved in that cult that's going on, where you like hire these guys, and it's you kind of like you go in, I go in, and then is there anything like that?
Well, there's no e-meters or anything. They're willing. They want to get in on the project because it's a fun project, and most of these people were excited to come do it. I didn't even. They reached out to me to come do it, and. I really like them. I would have never thought like some of them would want to do that, and we're not getting paid right away. So,
like I said, I feel that it is a good project because I know. Wait, is that a slurp? Are you drinking out of a straw?
Yes, I was drinking some Dr. Pepper.
So on this phone call, you've smoked pot and you've had Dr. Pepper out of a straw?
Out of a straw.
At home?
At home.
You're using
out of a 7-Eleven cup. A big gulp.
Yeah, I get it. Don't you? I mean, what do you think? Do you think look at Dean Del Rey? Dean cut out sugar. Look at him.
He looks great.
I know. I will say this. I think you've done a better job at the Comedy Store not having dark syrup cola. Haven't you been doing mostly Sprite and water?
Yeah, I only drink Sprite there.
And then
water every once in a while.
And then how about the you drank occasionally, correct?
Yeah, I hadn't drank in 3 years, but then I drank for a week.
Did you have a problem with that, or did it turn out okay?
No, it was fine. It was fun. I went to Las Vegas and had a good time.
What were you doing in Las Vegas?
I did like 3 shows while I was there, but my girlfriend took me there for a week.
Wait, you have a girlfriend now?
Yeah, she lives in Tampa. She watches all your Periscopes. She loves you.
So you have a girl.
Probably avoided my call today while your Periscope was on because she's watching you right now.
It's possible. So you have a girlfriend. She's in Tampa. Where'd you meet her? On Bumble? On Ancestry.com?
I went to high school with her 20-something years ago.
And how did you guys reconnect?
She hit me up on Facebook and started talking to me and reminiscing, and we just ended up.
Did you date her in high school, you said?
No, we never really had we didn't really hang out in high school that much.
Because you were an outcast, you were a loner, you were kind of a one of those.
I was actually I would say I was popular.
But you were from Florida, right? You're from Florida, kind of like that guy, that cruise guy from Parkland, a little bit like that. Brody,
well, a little less violent.
Yeah. So
I definitely I had fun there, and I remember her. She was on the dance squad, and they called them the Dance Arrows.
So you do remember her from high school?
Yeah, I do remember her.
Were you attracted to her in high school?
Yeah, of course. She had a great body.
So you're all into her body. Okay. Did you?
Still am.
Still are. Okay, good. How come you didn't pursue her in high school? Or ask her out?
I was pursuing a lot of everything in high school, so I was like.
So you're bisexual.
I was into a lot of girls in high school.
You said everything. What do you mean by everything? Does that mean transgender? Does that mean animal?
No, just girls, but a bunch of different
robot.
Girls. I liked a bunch of different girls.
And what's your girlfriend's name? Amber?
Jessica.
Was she one of the girls that you would think about? Would you not say fantasize, but was she somebody that was on your radar?
It crossed my mind, yeah.
So you're saying you pleasured yourself to her?
There probably is that moment, yeah. I pleasured myself a lot in high school.
Didn't you accuse me on stage of pleasuring myself to something?
Oh, an
insect?
Your fetish?
Yeah. So I felt, yeah, you said, oh, Brody, I heard you have a fetish. And I said, I did. I do have a fetish.
I wasn't wrong.
Well, I finished on a spider. My fetish featured finishing on a spider. And yeah, my fetish featured finishing on a spider.
What would you call that?
Charlotte's Web Eye. Somebody's laughing.
Great. I love that. I love that joke, and I also love that the fetish can be set up for another joke too.
Why don't you help me write jokes, Eric? Now that I've got you working for Argus and Byron Allen. Let me ask you a question. You were briefly enrolled on a guest. You're on a visa. You're on an exchange student program at Brody University, and there were some accounting issues. There were some There were some problems with your transcripts. You ended up
dean of admissions.
You ended up leaving school early. However, you did take a couple classes. Did anything that you learned in those classes help you achieve these jobs today? The one with the Byron Allen, the possible growth within a comedian, possible growth within a human, and then possible gig with Argus Hamilton. How, if did it, the influence of Brody University come into play?
I mean, it had a huge influence on me. I definitely am able to go into situations at work where I'd probably flip out before, and I just let them blow off my back now.
Why is that?
Because you would be hard on me at times, and I had to get used to that, and I had to also be learning that it's just really, when it comes down to it, it's all about comedy. And just I was able to blow a lot off my back, and then now I just really, a lot of stuff doesn't affect me that used to affect me.
Are you saying it doesn't affect you because if I could work for Brody screaming and yelling at me, I could work for anybody? Or is it what Brody taught me about things?
Yeah, being less defensive.
There you go. I taught you. I told you, stop being defensive. What else did I teach you?
And I think, I think that was my number one thing that I had to get rid of. And I still find myself doing it, but being defensive is a very, very bad thing.
So I helped you with that.
Yep.
And then I gave you what about getting back with your childhood crush? How did I come into play for that?
I mean, you entertained her while she was in town, which was nice, and you made her feel special. And, she wanted to come back again right away, which was great. But yeah.
So you're saying when you reconnected for the first time, or early on in this reconnection, you brought her to the Comedy Store, and me doing well on stage, me connecting, or me doing well, getting laughs, helped you take it to a next level, maybe get a trip out of it. Because the first go around, you didn't go to Las Vegas. I did the comedy, she was in there. Then the second go around, you go to Vegas. Is that correct?
Yeah. She came back for my birthday, and she took me to Vegas for my birthday. She loves you. She always talks about, I always make fun of her because I'm like, you like Brody more than you like me.
I mean, well, we don't need to go there. I wouldn't do that to you.
She gives you super hearts and doesn't give me any hearts. So.
Are you guys swingers? What's happening here? I feel like you are like pressuring me to be in some kind of situation that.
No key parties here.
All right, so I pushed you for Byron Allen. Now, what about Argus? That's just a culmination of everything, right? It's like, okay.
Yeah, and
Brody taught me how to use GPS. He taught me how to play a good role on Periscope. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been working with Argus for probably 4 or 5 years now. Just writing and doing all kinds of things. But even as something as small as helping him learn how to work his Samsung phone. But I've been around him that long, and when this project came up, this guy, I can't remember his first name, it's Nathanson. He wanted to do a project with Argus.
Nathan's famous as hot dogs?
Nathanson's famous in hot dogs, yeah, something. He wanted to do a project with Argus, and Argus right away thought of me to be a producer on it, and then. How did you get
so close to Argus? It kind of reminds me of Tommy, the former booker, getting close with Mitzi. Tell me how.
Wow.
Tell me how you become close with Argus Hamilton, who's appeared on Tonight Show with Johnny Carson more than any other comedian. How did Eric befriend? Is it kind of like a Stan Lee thing? Is he, senile, elderly, and you're taking advantage? Is there some of that?
Well, he saw me in the belly. I think he saw me in the belly room maybe 4 or 5 years ago. He saw some of my jokes, and he saw some things I was doing wrong that I could fix, but he also liked where my jokes were. And he started following me on social media, and then he really would come up to me all the time and tell me how much he loved my jokes. And eventually there was a couple jokes that he wanted to buy from me.
Jokes or tweets?
Facebook jokes, not tweets.
Oh, Facebook. Are your jokes on Facebook different than your tweets?
Some of them, yeah. Some of them are a little longer. Or I just don't. I tweet way more than I put on Facebook. really throw a lot of my jokes up on Facebook.
Yeah.
But when I do, he would see them and he'd just be like, "Hey, I'll give you this amount of money, and I really like that joke. Do you think I could have it?" And I'd throw it to him. And that's how it really started. And then I just, if I see something when he's on stage, I'll automatically, he doesn't have to pay me or anything, I'll go up and tell him, "Hey, this joke has a good tag. This is a good tag for it." And then he'll try it, and it's fun to watch him do something that I gave him the idea for.
Seems like you're a little more grateful or indebted to Argus than you are with me. I mean, did he? Go ahead.
I've had great times with both of you, and you've taught me a lot about something that's really important for me is improv, being able to be good at improv.
Right.
Being able to be in the moment and be funny at all times, and not just on stage. You have to be funny when you're asked to be funny.
And I also taught you how to work GPS satellite version.
Yeah.
You didn't know?
I didn't know how to work a satellite. I didn't even know that it was there. I didn't know that was an option.
Well, now you know. Eric Aligny here, everybody. So when are you going to be able to get that truck for the couch?
This week.
Sunday?
I got to talk to Hermos to see when he can get it. When he can get the inversion table.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to get it.
I like to do it all at once. That way we can give Hormos the inversion table, and because he doesn't have a truck either.
Why don't you try and contact Hormos and see? I need to get it out of my house. I want to get it out of my life. I'll
see Hermos tonight and talk to him.
I'd like to get a lazy boy chair. They're probably like $300. Maybe you can start like a something for me.
You can get super hearts on Periscope.
No, I do.
Get your super hearts up and then get a lazy boy from them.
Yeah. All right, listen. Eric, I'll see you later probably tonight at the Comedy Store. Congratulations on your new gig, new potential opportunities here in Hollywood. You're sticking with it, so congratulations. Good job on Byron Allen. Good job on Argus.
Is there enough time for one baseball card?
You want to play the baseball card game? Is what you're saying?
I always want to play the baseball card game. It's the hottest game in America right now.
Let me grab the box. I'll be right back. Somebody said, "Congrats, Eric." How does that make you feel? Somebody on the comments said, "Congrats, Eric." How do you feel about that?
Thanks, Lynette. I appreciate it.
How'd you know it was her?
She's always been very supportive of me.
I think it was somebody else.
Actually. Oh wow, Captain Deltron. I know for a fact it wasn't Liberty or Sharon in Texas.
Why?
Because they always say negative things about me now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like in a real way?
I don't know.
Like you mean? Wait, what's going on? What do you mean?
They call me a minor leaguer all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's news to me. So you're saying there's stuff going on behind the scenes that I don't see?
It feels like there's a little tension there. I don't know.
Really?
Oh, KC Bill. Was it KC Bill? He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Always bringing it.
So you're saying there's some tension with some of the girls in there?
I hope not. I mean, if there is, I'm sorry to him. I don't know what I did, but apologies.
Is there? I don't look at all the comments. What goes on when I'm not looking in the Are you in there ever?
No, when I go back and rewatch, if I ever go back and rewatch, I'll see them. So I think I saw it like 2 podcasts ago.
Was it upsetting?
No, I looked at it and I laughed. I said they called me a minor leaguer, which is funny. It's a funny callback.
All right, no, so it's a callback.
Yeah.
Blocked by Aligny, badge of honor. Did you block Liberty at one point, or is she blocked?
I don't know. Is she?
I don't know.
I'll check. I don't know.
Looks like there's tension on this on here. Interesting. Gonna have to
This
look.
must be from when I dropped out of Brody U.
Well, you know what? There's consequences.
Yeah,
There is
you
consequences, but you can get a second chance. I gave Jimmy John's a second chance. They were hard.
Oh, I heard about that. That was they didn't let you use the bathroom.
No, you have to. It's for customers only. And I was going to buy a sandwich. I asked where the bathroom is. Eric's attitude is better these days. I wonder.
Thanks.
I wonder if you're on medication. It's probably none of
No,
my...
I probably should be.
No, you're feeling better. You said.
Yeah, I do. I feel a lot better.
So you would say I'm deserving of some of the credit.
Yeah, and you helped me through a really hard time when I was in Tampa.
I don't even remember.
Place. But you helped me when I was down there, and you kept me positive, and you helped me to realize that I needed to be in Hollywood. I didn't need to be in Tampa.
I said that?
In a way, yeah.
I thought I told you to stay in Tampa.
You were like, I miss you. I wish you would be here. Totally didn't happen, but no, you always called me and you always checked on me and you just.
Are you getting emotional? All right.
I'm getting a little emotional.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now playing the baseball card game. Ladies and gentlemen, playing the game today is Eric Ligney. I have a card in my hand that I'm looking
Ron Gant.
at. No, incorrect.
What position does he play?
Here it says outfield.
Okay. That means he played a lot of those positions. Let's see. Vladimir Guerrero.
You know, it's funny you said Vladimir Guerrero because I pulled out a Pedro Guerrero before the show, and I did it with Brent Weinbach. It was we played the baseball card game, just like mobile baseball card game, from the trunk of my car to the studio here, and I pulled out a Pedro Guerrero, and I used Vladimir as one of the clues. So you've tapped into that. But no, it's not Vladimir Guerrero.
Okay. He's from the 90s, right?
I would say more 80s, but he did play in the 90s.
Okay, 80s, that helps. Darryl Strawberry.
No. Now, here's where you can start asking questions. Eric, you're playing the baseball card game. You smoked pot. You've had Dr. Pepper out of a straw. Stay focused. Get focused. Let's go.
Okay, so what team does he most prominently play for?
The Brewers, I would say.
Oh, wow.
Playing the Brewers.
Wow. The Brewers. Oh, this one's tough.
You're playing the baseball card game. You're on a podcast. You're on Twitter. You're on Periscope. You wanted to play.
Can I get a phone a friend?
Not right now.
I don't even know any Brewers outfielders. Not even from this generation.
Eric,
The Brewers.
is a guy...
Bernie Brewer.
All right, stop. Stop it. You haven't asked, is he right-handed? Is he left-handed? Is he black? Is he white? Is he Latino? What color is his hair? You don't ask those questions? You just start throwing out, you quit? And throw out Benny the Brewer, the mascot?
Well, he is an outfielder.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Okay, is he black?
No, and that's racist.
So he's white.
Yes. A white guy on the Brewers. Take a guess.
Paul Molitor.
Bingo. That's how you play the baseball card game. Right there.
Wow, that's the only Brewer I knew.
Well,
too.
you got it. You got it. You got it. Here it is.
He was a damn good player, too.
There it is. So you got it because I pushed you.
Yeah.
You can say, Stephen Brody Stevens helped me become a better baseball card game player.
This game is amazing. I love this game. I want to be good at this game.
Yeah, this could be a game maybe on the Argus thing.
I think it should be.
Stephen Brody Stevens made me a better baseball card game player.
Yeah.
I mean,
this game's going to sweep the country, and I'm going to be top at it.
Wait, hold on. I mean, can you say it?
It's going to sweep the country?
Stephen Brody Stevens has made me a better. I pushed you. It's not just a great game. That goes without saying. I'm asking for a little credit.
Oh, okay. Stephen Brody Stevens is the Terry Francona of teaching the baseball card game. He teaches losers how to be winners.
You know what? I'll accept that. I will accept that. Good job, Eric. You know what? You did the baseball. I'm in the baseball card game. Really, it's moments like that develop character. You saw it in this baseball card game. You were about to quit. You were flustered, and I said, "No, we're not going to go out this way because you initiated the baseball card game." I had to get up off the table, go grab the box, bring it back, pull the name out, push you along a little bit. And then we had kind of like, hey, let's go. And I had to like shake you. I said, put down the Dr. Pepper, put down the pot pipe, and guess. Let's go. And boom,
it came out.
Paul Molitor right away. I forced it out. It was like an exorcism. So that's what happened on today's baseball card game. You witnessed an exorcism is essentially what happened. Eric, anything you want to promote?
Yeah. In May, we're going to be doing the Argus thing, so you guys can check it out. The Comedy Store, I'm sure, will promote it. Tomorrow, we're going to be starting an NFC South podcast with Jason Tebow. And
very specific.
Punky Johnson and Johnny Woodard. It's going to be all NFC South, so if you're an NFC South football fan, check that podcast out.
Where are you guys recording it?
At the Comedy Store.
What network?
It's just going to be our own little thing. Just iTunes, regular. It's just going to be for fun.
Good. All right. Well, Eric, nice job on the podcast today. Have a great afternoon, and people liked it.
All right. Thanks for calling in, Stephen.
So now you could say, Stephen Brody Stevens made me a better podcast caller.
Stephen Brody Stevens made me a better podcast caller.
We'll take that. Good enough. Ladies and gentlemen from Tampa, Florida, and the Byron Allen Show, and hopefully, if all goes as planned, which it looks like it is, the Argus Hamilton Tonight Show. I need some water. All right, Eric, good job. Thank you very much.
Later, Brody.
Bye. Thank you. That was Eric Aligny with a 30-minute interview. This guy's, excuse me for yelling, I got him on the Byron Allen Show. I got him with this Argus thing. You hear it. I positive push and good stuff happens. I'm going to, let me call Howard real quick. Let me call for podcast. Let's see. I'm going to call Howard right now. Great interview, right? I'm good. I'm a good interviewer. People don't realize that. How long have I done so far, Emma? I'm going to guess. Let me guess. 54 minutes.
1 hour and 9 minutes.
Whoa! All right. Okay. I'm going to call Howard Kramer. Here we go. And then I'll call my mom later. I could do a daily show. Calling Howard Kramer.
You have reached a friend of Stephen Brody Stevens.
Yes, you got it. Here he is, Howard Kramer. Thank you for being a part of the podcast today. Thank you for putting your show together. Squat Melt. It's people are talking about it. People are talking about the show that you created. Howard, share with us the facts of Squat Melt.
Well, Squat Melt is a show that takes place right behind the old abandoned comedy theater at 7522 Sunset Boulevard. Your fans may know it as the Meltdown Comic Book Nerd Melt Performance Space.
Yes.
And they had to close that down because of the economy and different real estate things. But we decided, hey, there's no reason that people can't still gather there to watch great comedy. So we do a show right out in the back, under the stars.
Like in the trash. Like there's trash. It's not in the trash, but you're in an alley.
We're in an alley.
It's clean. It's not. It's here's the deal. So we do the show. I've done all three of them so far. I've done 2 or 3 of them. I think I've done them all.
You've done them all, but the big dumpster, if you remember, wasn't there last week. They moved out a lot of the trash.
But the dumpster, some of these pieces of furniture added character to it. So I didn't mind. I don't mind some of the pieces out there. Now, let me ask: is this a show that is just what it is, and maybe for 3 weeks, and maybe for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, or is it something that you wanna? Do you see a bigger project down the road, like going to different closed down locations?
I would like that a lot. I would like to expand into that. We just lost Toys R Us, as you know. It would be nice to do a tour of the different Toys R Us and bring live comedy to those spaces.
So Toys R Us, they're closing down all the locations. So how would you envision Squat Melt happening at a Toys R Us?
I would probably call it Squats R Us.
Already funny.
And then maybe, I sell discarded action figures outside in the parking lot. I guess if you're going to stay true to the Squat Melt theme, you would have to sell toys outside of a Toys R Us. But, that's in the future. Right now, what I'm focusing on is bringing a great show to Squat Melt every single week. And, until they knock the building down.
You know what I like about your ideas? You have ideas, and you throw them out there. You see what sticks, and if it lasts 4 or 5 shows, it lasts 4 or 5 shows. That's what I like about your art, your comedy. You just kind of what you feel, you throw it out there. Maybe it's a Dragon Boy Suede song. Maybe it's a fresh podcast talking about a movie. Maybe it's Squat Melt. Maybe it's making albums. I don't know. It's like you're good with that. You have a summer, exactly. So you have a lot of these little, everyone. Who is it? Moshe Kasher put out a tweet, something about if you're creating content, using the word content, creating content, that's not art. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I do think, I think it's similar to what you do. It's a little bit more than comedy because you're trying to get some expression into it. Not that all comics aren't trying to, but
yeah. Now, logistically, how do you see this? Do you see you are squatting? It's illegal. That's the whole idea. If you were to do a show, would this have to be real, like illegal, like this is not. It's like Jackass or Ridiculousness. Don't try this at home. We are actually, it's like Dragon Boy and Z-Town, like breaking into the, these homes and skateboarding in their pools.
That's right. Yeah, this is a guerrilla act. We're back there, and that's why we have no microphone, because we need to be able to run if authorities decide that the show's over. So we have no mic. We project a la Brody Stevens, and That's it. If there's chairs, like this past week, there were chairs there when I arrived to set up the show. There was a bunch of folding chairs there. Okay, so this week we have chairs.
Unless they got stolen.
Unless they got stolen. So if there's a show tomorrow night, probably there is, I'll go down there. If there's chairs, I'll set up the chairs. If there's no chairs, we don't have chairs that night. That's just, it's dictated by the weather. It's dictated by the conditions. That's the type of thing it is.
Yeah, a lot of people will put on shows, and it has to be a specific theme. It's like the squat melt is authentic. It's real. You're doing it. You're in it. There's this is not a sound stage. This is, it's not.
There's not a lot of controls.
Yeah, it's very punk. That's what we're here. Our friend Haley G. It's the new punk.
Yeah. It's DIY, do it yourself, punk rock style performance.
And it's gritty. It's in a back alley. But here's the thing. It's like, it's your homage to Meltdown. This started as an homage to Meltdown. It's like, why? There's an energy that happens at this location, whether it be the comic book store, maybe it be the Nerdist podcast studio, or the Meltdown showroom. It would be a shame, at least for until they bulldoze the building, to like let that energy just dissipate.
That's what I thought. And people are used to going there. That's a big thing with comedy. Are people used to the venue? Are they people used to going there for comedy? As far as drawing an audience. And so they know where it is. They know where to park, and they show up. And if you've ever been to Nerd Melt, the show is set up exactly the way it used to be. It's just outside the wall. So the stage is still in the same place. The audience still faces the same direction. The show's been moved about 30 feet, basically.
Has there been any, has there been pushback? Are the owners of the building aware? Are they not? And how long is it going to be standing?
Well, I'm not sure about the structure, but as far as the ownership, they're all for it. I was nervous when I started it, like maybe they don't want us milling around back there. It's kind of a sad time for them, but they love the spirit of the idea that it was keeping this, the place going.
So the owners of Meltdown are cool with it.
Yeah, they're totally into it.
What about the? I've heard that that block is owned by Russians. Does that ever come into play? Are they okay? Are the Russian guys okay with that, or you're not sure?
I'm not sure, but I just don't think we're on our radar, because for 10 years they've been doing shows out there, and people have been hanging out making noise in the parking lot.
Right.
So now we're out there. And I don't know if we're on their radar. I don't think we're on the neighbors' radar. I think anyone that lives over there is used to the noise.
Yeah.
But it's the same place where we did Summerfest, if anyone's familiar with the Summerfest festival. It's an alley, but it's not like a smelly, dirty alley with grime everywhere.
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's kind of an open area. There's a fig tree.
You can't go wrong with that.
But as far as you were talking about the energies, as you often do, and I want to point out that Guns N' Roses, just a few feet away inside that same building, Guns N' Roses used to sleep in bunk beds and rehearse when they were first getting started. So if you want to talk about energy and that space, that area having energy, there was enough energy to launch Guns N' Roses.
I did not know that. I thought they were launched at the deli there at what's the deli there on
what's that, liquor store
on Fairfax?
Oh, Canners.
I thought they were I thought they slept at Cantor's.
Maybe so.
No, I didn't hear they slept at.
Well, I think they ate and took pictures at Canners.
Yeah, they hung out.
Slept there.
So that's pretty cool that they slept. Was it a youth hostel, or was it just like a?
No, I think it was just like a cheap room that they could afford. And they put bunk beds in there and rehearsed in there.
There's something to say about comedy in Hollywood. For all the for all, Hollywood, we know there's a lot of negativity with it or whatever, but there is an energy in Hollywood, whether it's positive, negative, dark, or bright. It's good to be able to do comedy in Hollywood. It's a magnet.
Absolutely.
And I feel like Meltdown is kind of like the Austin, Texas of that magnet.
Yep, I agree. And there was a trolley line that used to run through there. I think it's always been kind of a center point for energy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So there is something about that Hollywood energy, the Sunset Strip, the hills. It's like it all flows through there, and Laurel Canyon, and there is something about the creative vibes there. There's a reason why the Comedy Store and the Laugh Factory and the Improv a little bit and Largo to a lesser extent, they're all kind of hovering in that West Hollywood area.
Yeah. Yeah. And for decades, it's been, like you said, a central point for the world's talent.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when I'm on stage, I'm always aware, usually, like where I'm at. Like when I was doing comedy in San Jose, I was in San Jose doing comedy, visualizing, San Jose. So
right.
I feel like the Hollywood, there's just so much to chew on doing, because you do a show. Yeah, if you're not in the moment, you just have your act, you can do your act in a black box anywhere. But I just feel like that Hollywood, there's just a lot. You got to have stuff going on. That's why as a comedian, you got to live in a New York. You got to live in an L.A. and somewhat, maybe a lesser extent, San Francisco or Boston. But there is something about the energy, especially when you get a lot of creative people in one area. It's good. It's good for comedy.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's why I'm glad. And you see that. That's why you jumped in on the Meltdown thing. You jumped in. You pick up on that. You're an energy guy, and so that's cool. Like that, you did the Headshot show for a while. That was another fun thing. You utilized that space. I think you've gotten everything and then some out of the Meltdown foundation.
Yeah, I mean, and eight Summerfests too, right there in the back parking lot. So I guess it's because I live close that it's just always in my head. But it's been nice to be a part of what's going on there.
Then I saw you perform last night. We were at a secret show in Koreatown, and you didn't know I was there. I walked in, and you hadn't gone on yet, and I didn't know you were there. But I sat at the bar. I was hungry, so I had to sit at the bar. But I know, like, as a performer, you want to sit, most comedians stay in the back. But I had to eat. So, but I sat at the bar. I just had my back completely turned. I didn't want to pull any kind of focus.
Okay. I didn't even realize until now that you were eating. I this whole, ever since it happened, I was like, why was he sitting there like that? But basically what happened was I go up on stage, and then I look, and I see a guy that looked like you from behind sitting at the bar. And just under my breath, I go, that looks like Brody Stevens.
You said that, yeah.
It wasn't until 3 comics later when they brought you up that I was like, oh, that was Brody sitting there.
Yeah, because I shut down my energy. I shut it down, and I didn't want to pull focus. But you could still pick up my energy. But I shut down my energy more so you could have a non-distracted set.
Well, I appreciate that very much. And then what was so fantastic, when you did go up, you did a high-energy set, you made your points, you got a lot of laughs, and then as it was over, you shut all the energy back down and just went right back to that stool.
I did for another minute or two. Yeah, I don't like to pull focus. It's sometimes Howard, you are. I'm not going to say less is more guy, but you are less is more, but you do have a variety of options, but keep them wanting more, right? Don't want to overdo it. Don't want to overstay your welcome, bounce around, come back.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like that. Leave them wanting more for sure. That's what they used to do tours in the 60s. Each band would play 2 songs. Just give them a taste and they get out of there.
Yeah, less is more. Sometimes I get into it. I'll go long if you're feeling it. But I don't want to go long and have somebody, keep somebody from going up or going long and keeping somebody against their will,
Right. And you don't want to disturb the show. So
No,
that's
exactly. Zach was another guy who was like less is more. He was always like do less.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that
Yeah,
guy.
you can tell when you watch his show, there's a lot of space between jokes. There's a lot of space where he just lets things happen. He's not trying to, force a schedule amount of jokes down your throat. Yeah.
Exactly. You gotta let stuff breathe. And he's got the confidence to do that, He's got the sensibilities for that.
Well, so do you. I saw it on display last night. You started to tell the story. You weren't in a rush to get to the jokes. You were building a mood. You were telling a story, and then the jokes came anyway. The laughs come anyway if you just show that patience. So.
Yeah, I was talking about my vitamin or the Jimmy John's, the Jimmy John's stuff. That was I went in there. I should have just walked to the bathroom, but I did ask, and it's for customers only.
Wait, Oh, okay, the bathroom at Jimmy John's.
Yeah, because I walked in, I had to take a leak, but I was going to eat. I was going to order food. I wasn't going to but he thought that he said, the bathroom is for customers only, and I go, oh, okay. Well, I was going to buy a sandwich. Sorry, so I left. I had to leave. I wasn't going to stay there and eat after they told me they turned me down. But
maybe it's usually a homeless person who asks that question.
That's what I'm getting at. And I was dressed clean. I had my vitamins with me. I put them on the table saying, look, I trust you with my vitamins. I'm not some crazy guy. I bought vitamins at your business next door. So I'm going to use the restroom.
Were you very low blood sugar?
Semi-low, but not that bad. Okay. But you know what? I mean, I'm not mad at the guy. I'm only disappointed and thought, well, maybe they could use a little common sense, maybe, or a little, he's an Asian guy. He's probably very by the book and racist. Yeah, see, I can make it a race issue. Oh, the Asian guy said, what's an Asian guy working at Jimmy John's for?
Hey, you're breaking up. I'm losing you in this tunnel.
Because you're saying I'm getting racist. That's fake racism.
I don't know if you're getting racist or not, but I'm not risking it for a podcast call-in.
Oh, now I'm uncomfortable, Howard.
Why?
Because I felt like you think that I'm doing something wrong.
No, I'm just because in the climate we're in,
it's getting laughs on the Periscope.
Yeah, people are enjoying us talking about it.
Oh, gosh.
I wasn't telling you that you're being racist. I was making a joke considering the climate that we're in these days.
I guess I can't do my Asian guy working at Jimmy John's bit then. That's like
I would refine it. I wouldn't say don't do it. I would refine it.
It's like a white guy working at Panda Express. It's wrong. I would refine it like sugar. Refined sugar. Well, listen, Howard, go ahead.
Hires him, P.F. Chang's won't even hire him.
Really?
It's just a joke that there's no Asian people working at P.F. Chang's.
Oh, now you're racist. See? Now you got pulled into it. No, you're not. We're good guys.
We're good guys, yeah.
Howard Kramer, Squat Melt.
Speaking of, are the Angels, isn't it exciting to have Ohtani down there in Anaheim?
Yeah, he's fun to watch. There's a lot of good, young, new baseball players coming up, pitchers. They all throw 100, these hitters. And, Ohtani's fun to watch because, he plays both positions, but he's tall, too. He's fast, and it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people are into baseball.
Yeah. Yankees are there this weekend, right?
Yankees are down in Anaheim. I'm sure the games are all sold out. Ooh, yeah, that would be pretty cool. I wonder if Ohtani's going to pitch. Probably not. I don't think. He's not going to. He pitches every 6 days. So.
Why, did he just pitch?
He just pitched last night against the Astros, and he threw okay. Throws 101. He threw the hardest.
He could pitch Sunday, maybe? No?
Possibly. But you know what? The fact that we're talking about it is what the Angels would want to hear. I could tell you right now, there's probably somebody watching this Periscope, listening to this podcast, go, I'm going to pull out that audio, and they're going to say, these are two guys on a podcast just talking about Ohtani.
Yeah.
You bitch anyhow, are you gay? I'm going to turn this guy off.
What?
I
wish I could watch Periscope while I was on this, but I can't because it's on my phone. But I love making comments and watching the comments. So
Yeah,
shout
you're
out
good.
to all the SBS fans.
Howard Kramer, good guy. All right, listen, thank you very much. I'll see you this week. We'll talk squat melt tomorrow night.
Let me just ask you one question. My nephew is in town, and he's staying by UCLA. So he says, what should I check out? And I told him, Pauley Pavilion, home of John Wooden, the Wizard of Westwood, and the Bruins, and all that.
Yeah, I like that.
And Playboy Mansion. He's about 6/10 of a mile from the Playboy Mansion. Why not Uber by?
Look at it.
And then In-N-Out. There's an In-N-Out over there. Anyway.
D.D. Reese. He could go to D.D. Reese, get $1.50.
Oh, is that ice cream place?
Yeah. The ice cream sandwiches. I think walk the campus of UCLA. He could see Marilyn Monroe's grave over in Westwood. He could
Don
go.
Knotts is buried there, too.
Who else is?
Don Knotts and Hugh Hefner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just put Hugh in recently, but yeah.
Nice. And then they've got Jackie Robinson Stadium across the freeway where the UCLA Bruin baseball team plays. You can see Jackie Robinson statue.
Oh, wow. Can you see that from Wilshire? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
You could kind of see the stadium, like if you're on a bus, but since they redid the 405 and they added the traffic wall, the sound wall, you can't really see it.
Can I give your audience one last fact that they might not know?
Yeah, go right ahead, ladies. Go ahead.
Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards.
Yep.
Is always over there at Pauley Pavilion.
There you go. Inside information.
Yep. For you, exclusively for the listeners.
Well, that's where they had the Howard Stern did Fart Man at UCLA Pauley Pavilion for the MTV.
Oh, for the MTV Movie Awards?
Yeah, and they had Nirvana and Chris Novoselic threw the guitar up and hit him on his head.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? And then somebody else was on that. I think there was like I want to say Pee Wee Herman was out there. Hey, you hear any good jokes lately?
Yeah.
I think that was at Pauley Pavilion. I'm not sure. Not sure.
I went to it one year when it was at Santa Monica Airport.
Nice. Award shows. I want to go to like I bet you. Seems like Coachella was good this year. You don't hear people really ripping on it all that much.
I watched it all on the cameras. You know, they stream it live on YouTube. 3 cameras, 3 bands at a time.
How was it?
It was great. It's great because I could watch it in my kitchen right next to all my food and everything. Not deal with traffic, but I enjoyed Beyonce. I enjoyed a bunch of different groups.
Yeah, I tried to find the live stream. It's up. I could still watch it, right? It's up there.
Yeah, from the first week. They streamed the first weekend, not the second weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But Coachella, it's a lot of it. It's the guest stars, the unannounced. You look at the lineup, go, oh, that's cool, but they always bring out like Destiny's Child and Dr. Dre and the yodeling kid and all that stuff.
Yeah, and Ariana Grande.
Yeah, Couchella.
Couchella, that's what I call it.
That's what Haley G #Couchella.
Couchella. 3 cameras right there in the kitchen.
I love it. All right, listen, Howard, I'm going to wrap it up because I got to save my voice. I've done probably an hour and 23 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up. Emma?
All right. I have
An hour and 40.
One last.
Hour and 40? Yep. Okay, I got to wrap it up. Howard, we did an hour and 40 minutes.
Is that Becky G on the 1s and 2s?
That's Emma. She does a great job.
Emma. That's right. Hey, what's up, Emma? One last question.
Yeah.
Because my nephew's in town, there's some traffic constraints. I might not do squat melt tomorrow, or move it to Friday. If I did move it to Friday, could you do Friday? You're my linchpin.
Friday would be at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I can do it. I mean, I'm actually. I need to be at the Laugh Factory at 9.
Okay.
So I could do it, but I'd have to go up
that's
early.
the closest. It's you never find a place closer to the Laugh Factory.
So keep that in mind. Yeah, if I did Squat Melt, I could come over there and do it at by 8 o'clock.
Put you up right after the MC.
That's how you book shows, folks. You call out on a podcast and then you get booked on a show.
There you go. Got to mix it up.
Howard Kramer here today. Thank you for being a part of the show. You're reliable. You get it. You're a good guy. And
Thank you.
I'll see you.
What's up? Say what's up to Haley in Kentucky.
Haley in Kentucky. I think she's in Mississippi.
Sorry, Haley in Mississippi.
One of those states.
And some of the other regulars, which I can't think of them right now.
Yeah, they're all good. They're very nice. A lot of them are in here today. All right. Well, listen, Howard, awesome job. Thank you.
And a final sports shout out. Today is Game 7 of the Boston Bruins Toronto Maple Leafs. What is your prediction?
I think people want, Toronto's been through a lot. I think they would like to see Toronto win. Toronto's strong. I don't know much about the teams this year. What's your take on it?
Well, I would like Boston just because.
Oh, so you're anti-Toronto? What they went through? Great.
Well, they got a lot of Drake hanging around at half court on the basketball games. Maybe they just stick with the basketball because it's a lot of towns don't only have one team. They've already got basketball.
I like it. It's like, yeah, you know what? You got Drake. You got Drake
Right.
parading around, talking to the other players. Now you want the Maple Leafs to win
Acting
too,
like a coach.
and
Acts like he's the coach.
and Toronto has a Hockey Hall of Fame. It's like, what more do you want?
Oh, they have. That's where it is.
Yeah, it's in Toronto.
You been to it?
I just walked by. I didn't go in. I would. I'm not anti-hockey. I feel like Boston, they've had such bad weather this year, but the Red Sox are doing good. But because the weather's been so...
The Sox. Wait, you might make me rethink that. Because they got the Sox and the Celtics that are in the playoffs now against the Bucks.
But Boston's been dealing with a lot of bad weather. Toronto, they have the Sky Dome. It doesn't really rain in there. The Boston fans are sitting out in this New England brutal weather. I'm pulling for Boston. No, well, who am I? Toronto.
You're Toronto.
Who had the most recent, adversity as a city? Toronto.
Adversity? Why? What happened in Toronto?
No, the van guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Well, they had, look, Toronto had the van, and then Boston had the Boston Marathon. It's crazy how these things, like, sometimes sports and tragedy do cross, like at the Olympics in Munich and, Boston Marathon. I hope it does. Things like this really don't come into play. But, yeah, baseball players, athletes are regular people too.
That's right. Yep, everybody's affected.
Nobody's immune to, tragedy.
Hey, should we make this exactly a half hour, or you got to go?
You want to, what, because you're looking at your phone?
I'm looking at my phone. We got 70 seconds. If we do 70 seconds, it's a perfect half-hour segment.
All right, we can do that. Howard Kramer, 70 seconds. I'm at 28:54 on my phone. What are you at?
Yeah, same thing.
Our phones are synchronized. That's an amazing thing that our phones are both synchronized, and that's a pretty...
We're running a military mission right now. We'd be totally synced up.
Yes, we would be. So Howard, what are you you're gonna go with your nephew to these places over there in Westwood?
He might be doing that on his own. I'm not, because he has some friends that came with him. But I'm gonna hang out with him tomorrow. 4:30 on.
How old is he?
He is 23.
So he's not going to feel like, oh, Uncle Howard's, I got to hang out with him. It's not that. You're hip. He's, does he get it? Have you,
Yeah.
you know him?
He totally gets it, totally smart, totally insightful, genius kid. And he knows, I'm the uncle that lives in L.A., so. You know what I mean?
Nice.
In Dubuque.
No, it's good to get out there.
We got 2 seconds.
Yes, we did it.
30 seconds. Oh, that's great. I feel honored. Thank you.
We nailed it. All right, Howard. Have a great evening. I'll probably see you tomorrow, right?
Okay, doke.
All right.
Mel. Thank you, Brody.
You got it. There he goes. Howard Kramer, 30 minutes and 18 seconds.
Feels good.
Boom. 22 seconds. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Are you there? 32, 33. Yes, 30, 33. All right, those are my jean sizes, 30, 36.
Whoa.
Well, I'm actually 36, 30. Can you wait around 6 minutes and we can get my jean size?
We wait 2 minutes to get mine. I got another call coming in.
All right, I'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye. That was Howard Kramer. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Emma, thank you. Let's ask the podcaster, the Periscopers, should I feel good about the podcast? I'm asking the Periscopers if I should feel good about the podcast within the Twitter timeline. See what they're saying. I don't know. I mean, we did a lot today. We had a sound effects theater. We did the baseball card game, 2 calls. We had a monologue. I guess nobody's into it. Well, listen, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I had a good time. Emma, thank you. Howard, thank you. Our guests at home, thank you. It was a fun podcast. Prince of Podcast delivers again. Wow, great podcast. Look good, feel good. And, yeah, Mill Thrill, Curry, Scurry, those are my runs at Arizona State, of course. All right, folks, listen, I got to save my voice. I want to say thank you very much. My name is Stephen Brody Stevens. Bummed I missed the baseball card game. You can watch it. I guess you have to watch it in replay. LA_sports, I understand, and I apologize. Okay, folks, I'm going to talk to you later. Thank you very much. You've been listening to the Stephen Brody Stevens All Things Comedy Push and Believe Positive Push Festival of Friendship, Festival of Fun. It will all bring you to one place, my home. My home. Stephen Brody Stevens, you got it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Yes. So we'll wrap up the podcast, and then we can wrap up the scope. We can cancel that out.